Hi, I'm Matt Hildebrand with Don's Appliances, and I have a special guest, Maggie Cham of madDesigns, one of the top designers here in Pittsburgh.
Thanks, Matt.
Thank you for joining. I've known Maggie for many, many years, and consider you a good friend. We've done various events at our Baum Boulevard store.
Yep.
For one of the big charities that you promote, which we'll definitely get into.
Pittsburgh Food Bank, yeah.
Yeah, the Pittsburgh Food Bank, and not only do you give back to Pittsburgh in a lot of different ways, but I think the big thing you do for the city are your designs. I mean, you have some great designs.
Well, that's quite a high compliment. Thank you very much.
And we've been partners. Don's Appliances and madDesign have been partners really since you started the company, right?
Yeah, I mean, I had looked around, when I moved back to Pittsburgh in 2006, I started business back up again in 2009, was looking at my options for appliances, and Don's seemed to be it for me. And I developed immediately great relationships with my local stores manager, and I just loved how knowledgeable and friendly and just easy to work with, and great customer service. So it's just been easy, and you guys make my life easy. And people ask, why do you continue to work with Don's? And my clients all ask, where should we go? And I said, you can go to Don's because I know I can make a phone call and I'll get a good, a response immediately, and I get taken care of, and inevitably things can happen.
Sure.
And again, I make a phone call. I've made a lot of friends with the company through the years, and it's just a nice working relationship. So I'm grateful.
And it's always nice to do business with people you like.
Oh gosh, yeah. Oh God, why else do it?
Yeah, right. So our businesses, design, your business, kitchen design, interior design, and our business, appliances. It's a big relationship business.
It's all about customer service and a relationship. The client needs to feel heard and understood and taken care of. And I believe they deserve all of that. And again, that's what I hope to give to my clients. That's what you guys give to me by giving to my clients. So
yeah, and we do the best. I mean, it's been really hard the past few years with COVID, and everybody says don't use the COVID card anymore, but it's still a realistic thing, right? Supply chain is not back to normal, right? We were just talking a little bit about some furniture.
Yeah, I was expecting some furniture in July, and I got a notice this morning. Now it's November, and I had to let a client know. And I think that as much as there's been a lot of improvements and things they're coming back. So I want to be positive. They're coming back, but they're not like it was before. It just isn't. It was such a devastating impact that it's taking time for things to come back full circle and to get the manufacturing going full stop and all of that. So it's not ideal, but it's doing much better.
And from just to kind of put things into perspective for people, pre-COVID, let's say an average start to finish time frame for, let's say, a kitchen remodel with maybe a living space attached.
Yeah.
What time frame would that look like pre-COVID?
Probably, depending on how extensive, we would do it in about 12 weeks.
Okay.
Now we're at 16 or more, and we've had to change our way of doing business. It used to be I draw and I plan everything out with clients. We make our selections, we order it, and get everything ordered, and then just as soon as my contractor could get going, we get going. Because we knew those appliances might be 10 days, 2 weeks, worst case scenario, 4 weeks. But once you start demo, I'm still sitting with appliances before I'm ready to put them in.
Yes.
Now we have to plan appliances and cabinetry is no different, okay? So I have to plan my cabinetry and my appliances, get them all figured out, get those lead times, and then from that we work backwards to plan a start date for a client. So they're not just demoed and sitting with mess and confusion.
Yeah, and you know, being that air traffic controller, so to speak, it's difficult, right?
Yeah.
Because I know with our stuff, you know,
Yeah.
we're seeing, just like you know, we'll get dates that get pushed out, you know.
Yes.
We have one brand that, you know, it seems like every month I'm getting pushed back 2
Yes.
months, 2
Yes.
months, 2 months.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
almost like furniture.
Yes. So that process has changed. So, you know, you're adding, you know, whatever that may be. So.
Yeah.
But we've all adapted, right? So.
Well, you have to.
You know, we've adapted, and we've gotten, I think, we've gotten better through the process.
Yeah, I mean, I think in the very beginning, we were all trying to figure out how to make it work best for our clients, and how was it gonna, you know, how am I gonna get somebody started and get this project and meet certain schedules when I don't know when things are coming in. Now we've got it down to a pretty good science of, you know, how far in advance we're planning. You know, I tell people if this is when you're hoping to be done, then we really, you know, need to start talking here. Or if I can't, you know, if I'm booked and I need to start you, you know, over here, then I can let them know that would mean potentially what you know, give them a longer lead time than we used to. It just is. But at least if you're planning for it and you know that in advance, and your client knows that going in, everybody's more comfortable and okay. And
setting the expectations is always key.
Yeah, more than ever, especially since COVID.
Yes.
Which I hate saying the word.
Well, I think we all do. We want to put it all behind us.
Yeah.
If somebody wanted to get in touch with you or to look over some of your prior projects, where would they go?
Well, they can, to look at all our prior projects, you can find me on house.com. I have madDesigns has a profile there. I have a website, maddesignspgh.com. Facebook, Instagram, all of those things. And to reach me, all you have to do is call, email, or text.
Which is, you know, that's, you know, people often say, well, I'm just going to go on Pinterest, or I'm just going to go on House, and I'm going to try to do it myself.
Yeah.
You know, that's where, you know, yes, some people may want to do it themselves, right?
Sure. Some people might want to do that. And some people can, you know, depending on what their expectations and their needs are.
Yeah. So if you want to look up Maggie, look up any of her prior designs, go to madDesignsPGH.com.
Yep.
Go on Instagram. What's your Instagram?
madDesignsPGH.
Everything's madDesignsPGH?
Very simple. We keep it easy.
Keep it simple.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And house.com.
And House is actually a great website. A lot of people, if you haven't been on House.
Yep. HOUZZ.
And when you go on, a lot of times they'll show you, you know, where all that fun stuff comes from.
Yeah, there's a lot of people can ask questions. You know, they can look at photos from projects, ask questions. You know, what's your paint color? What's this? What door style? Things like what countertop. It's a great place to reference photos.
Just about anything. Maggie, thank you for joining us today, and we look forward to more projects in the future.
Thanks for having me, Matt. I love being with you.
Thanks.